Well, thank you. And when we go to press conferences, and I've been told a number of times by Brian that if you say you're excited, then act excited. And start this summer, and team. And kind of as I think about our team right now, America, you've got different tiers or categories of guys, and right now we've got and think of Hillary, Sojourn's coming back. You got Shobes and a lot of football there. Offensively, Joe and one, and Alex has been a part of that. And then you've got even got boys entering into a new role, and we've got some of these older, and it's Rob Wheelwright and Reggie Love. Can they forever contribute? Whether it's down and elevate their game. At tight end, you lose Sam Arneson, so now it's Austin's turn. Froom's played a role defensively. Arthur Goldberg, Leon Jacobs. There's a group of guys like that they've either is going to expand, and I think that's to another level. And then you've got to find out who they are, what they can do, and what their role can be. And that's the camp is finding in the past, with particularly here, there are just to see who those guys are, and we've got a chance, a bunch of players, and form the team that we're going to be, and before the season gets going, and we're coming to practice tomorrow.
We've got microphones on each side. Cheers.
Hi, Paul. Can you talk about move TJ to outside linebacker and Dakota back to safety, and do you see any other position changes that could happen from the spring to now?
Changes right now. This is going to happen. TJ, I think, totally who he is. He got hurt in the spring, so it was limited. But I think he's a football player, and just in trying to maybe give him the best spot, and I don't move yet for him, but it gave him a chance right to feel for that. A guy on the defense side of the ball might be the best. And then, Dakota spring, but kind of looking at where I think everybody right and best for your team. And I think those ones seem like they are, and I'm anxious to find out. I know they're both excited about it. And I would think through the course of camp there'll be one or two. I don't know what they are, but I think it's our job to make sure we're using each player, that's good player, but also what's best for this team.
Jim.
Paul, can you take us through the process of Kellen Jones ending up here, and how much does that help in terms of depth on the inside?
Yeah. And as we went through, I remember it was in July, and Tim Tibesar had been before he went to Clemson. And so Tim kind of knew about him, and I had a chance to speak with Dabo and to find out about Kellen. And then it was just seeing, we had him up for a visit, and one of the guys around him, I think, like all transfer situations, that it's really important that it's right, a limited window, and can be right for our team. And one of our team, you know, as many guys, they like good, and so I'm excited that he does give us a chance to have some depth, and maybe, if nothing else, maybe keeps from a freshman having to play maybe a day earlier than he should. And so you want to find out who they are and what they are, but glad to have them. But that's the process. Okay, we're good.
Hi, Coach. Is playing kind of a hybrid role between safety and receiver, or is he kind of lean one way or the other now?
Do both. One thing that he had at the safety position, and that was certainly a place where he had some comfort in, and we're going to start in the spring or in the fall here camp more at the receiver spot. Let him get a feel for that, get comfortable, and yet he'll be. Our plan is to use him both ways.
Gennaro, in the back.
This camp with a lot more certainty about where he stands. How much of a difference can that make for a guy who had to deal with?
I think, I can't speak for Joel on that, but and I'm excited with what he's done this summer. I think that Joel's in a really good spot. I think he's got some tangible areas that he knows he can work on to get better, and I think he's and anxious to get to work. He was the first player I saw this morning, and I would think that it would be good for him, but I think he's earned everything that he's gotten to this point, and Joel's, they need to have their best year, and for us to be as good a team as we can. And I think he's to this point he's done everything we've asked him to do, and now we've got he's still got more opportunities to get better, but I like where he's at, certainly.
Jeff.
Paul, you've of adding state kids, whether it's a walk-on or scholarship. You've got a couple kids who appear to be transferring in, one Ramchick from Stevens Point, and one, it looks like Finko from Whitewater.
Right.
Are those examples? Look, earlier you had asked them to have walked on before, and how'd that process get started with those two guys?
Both and transfers, they wouldn't want to be going and trying to scour the rosters and see who would come, but enough about them that if that academically and come to school here, we certainly wanted them to be on this team. And so kid, where here you respond to something more than going out and recruiting it.
Rob.
The success of the on the offensive line, how have, considering you only have two starters back from a year ago?
Kind of as talking about Ray Ball, Walker Williams, been in the program for a number of years. Ray's played. I think a little bit more than Walker. Can they elevate? And a lot of it's being consistent. You know, I think they've shown, I think both care a ton. I mean, I love that part of it. They work, and then, you know, there's going to be a group of young guys that need to step in. The starting five are. You know, that was one of the things, I think, that spring ball, we were able to identify the pool of who the offensive linemen could be, but we didn't solidify who the starting five were. And that's going to be one of the things that we've got to solidify in fall camp.
Jesse?
Yeah, turn the mic on. You were just talking a bit ago about some of the in-state kids who are coming in as walk-ons, and just hoping to get your perspective. Do you think there's something unique about the walk-on program here and your experience having been here relative to other programs? Is that something
Not that I've been at 1,000 or anything, but we've had, and yet I don't know your longest or know this place, the history of this place better. Sure seems like it's special and unique with the walk-on program. And all, you know, we got right in the whole recruiting process. There's guys. I think and see that they will be given opportunity, and I think that helps us. And so I think anytime you've got a good program, that those, you know, when you've got, you know, when we had the depth at positions, that's when the program was healthy. You know, the next guys step in, and you look back and you say, boy, that whole roster, you know, was playing after college. And I think the same thing with the walk-on program, that you go and you look and you can name the walk-ons that have been contributors, have been significant starters, been all-stars, you know, all-Americans here. And so I think there is something truly special. Because
Jeff?
Paul, back to